Hello, everyone. Welcome to Taurus season. How are you guys? Jess here, and welcome to Balance Consciousness. This is your collective intuitive Reiki healing with channeled messages, spiritual cleansing, however you want to look at it for Taurus season. So, this is for anyone who feels called to it. It is just generally around the Taurus season. So, when you find it is when you're meant to find it. I hope you guys are doing so well. If you're back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive. And if you're new, welcome. The way my seasonal healings work is I really kind of do it a little different every time. This time I was called to pull from 3 different decks to set the tone for the healing. None of them are going to be tarot. They're all going to be kind of oracle type cards this month or this season. And then it sets the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing and intuitive messages come up in the process. If you're brand new to Reiki, go ahead and check out a more detailed description of it down below in the description box. But know that it is harmonious. It never depletes, causes harm. It has nothing to do with my energy. I am not changing your energy. It is completely within your higher self's willingness to receive, and it will always work in the most harmonious way possible. That's dependent on where you are in your journey, what you're ready to receive. So I hope that helps. It's so powerful that it can be done from a distance. So we are together here today doing this. And the great thing about these pre-recorded videos is you can always come back, and I highly recommend that you do so if you feel the call. There's most likely some sort of a message that you didn't receive the first time, or a new level to the healing that's ready to be unlocked within your subconscious, which is where the majority of this healing happens. I hope my microphone hasn't been getting hit by my sweater that whole time. If it was, I'm sorry, guys. So how are you guys doing? If you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been talking about how March 2025 was just the most powerful and potent month for us for this year. And with that, it is the wisdom and the experience that we're, meant to have, that we're meant to gain, the lessons learned. Because now, come April, it doesn't mean that things are necessarily going to get lighter on the 3D stage. It might even seem more chaotic in some places, more turbulent, but we're out of all those retrogrades with Mercury and Venus. So we're out of the review mode, which was like such a gift for us. So those of us who really took advantage of that, we might feel a little bit clearer right now in terms of that forward movement. We might feel a little bit more aligned with our inspired action. Not to say that it's all smooth and sunshine and roses, but it's going to be it's a lot faster now. And you may already be feeling that. The pace is much quicker. So Taurus season, like already what I'm picking up on, other than it being much more forward moving, especially with Mars just recently entering Leo, that is so creative, so passionate. I really see like the word passion keeps coming up to me in like sacral chakra. So whether it is creative endeavors, artistic endeavors, work endeavors, things like that, or just creating something in general. I also really feel like this very Taurian, like pleasure driven energy. And by that, I mean, like, what really makes us feel good, and not to escape or to numb or to, distract ourselves from the things that we should be focusing on, but truly, what are the things that make my heart, my soul, my higher self, my energetic field, my mind, my body, what makes all those things feel good so that I can move forward with really aligned, authentic, inspired action. So, Taurus is about our creature comforts. So I'm just really picking up on that aspect of Taurus in particular. And when we ground ourselves into that earth energy, we can move just a little bit slower, but realize that we're not falling behind, right? And I think that's really something strong that's coming out right now for some of you that you need to hear possibly. or could possibly benefit you is that when we ground ourselves and we feel like we're slowing down, we're not necessarily getting less done. Doing it with a specific intention of what feels good to me. That does not mean, like, there's so many aspects of this. This does not mean escape responsibility, escape accountability. Like, I think you guys understand what I mean in terms of finding the balance between all of those things. I'm going to start by pulling from the Archangel Fire Oracle. Is there an angel that would like to work with the collective for this Taurus season healing, please? Whoa. Did we get two? Okay, we got two. Because the first one that popped out was like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. The second one I was like waiting on to hear. Okay, I'm gonna pull everything first, guys, and then we'll talk about the cards, and then we'll prep for Reiki. So I'm now going to be pulling from the Secret Language of Light deck. I haven't pulled from this one for a while for you guys. I absolutely love this deck. It has beautiful frequency-based artwork, and it's all about transmissions from your own soul. So it's worded as if you're speaking to yourself, which I, as a self-love coach, completely adore. So what else am I feeling here as we're drawing the cards? We just came out of the full moon Libra. I feel like that was just like a really nice closing off point of all of that eclipse energy. If you haven't checked out my past weekly healing, I would highly recommend that you do that. If you're new, I do weeklies for the collective that come out roughly every Monday. There will most likely be a weekly that's coming out just a day or two after this healing. So you can always come back to these, whatever you're feeling called to. As I'm pulling here too, just a couple announcements. I am so excited to now offer my most popular self-love course that I've had for a few years, called The Shift, and it's now completely for free. So check out the link for that all down below. It's just such a beautiful jumping off point, or kind of a recalibration to come back to yourself and your relationship with the self. So if you're looking like you need a little bit of a recalibration, if you're feeling like that, check out The Shift below. I'm super excited about that. We're going to pull a card now from Secret Language of Light for Taurus season for this collective healing. Just one. Let's make it clear. One for the collective for Taurus season. There we are. All right, beautiful. I love just working with the universe. It's so much fun. Lastly, guys, I'm going to pull from my daily crystal inspiration as well. So if you're called to crystals, you know, whatever comes out might be a crystal that you're wanting to work with, but also just the message that comes with it comes with a specific frequency for you, okay? My other announcement is my Equilibrium community. It's only $44 a month, and it's ongoing. Doors are always open. This is part community, part self-love and spiritual school. We have a 24/7 community chat, which in my opinion is kind of like the lifeblood of the entire process that we go through. And then once a month we have live drop-ins together. We have one coming up on the 21st. But like I said, the chat is really where it's at for the longevity of it. So this is about us coming together to do our own rooted in self-love work. We're navigating our spiritual journey, but grounding ourselves into our human essence and our being. And it's always about finding balance, hence balance consciousness. So if you're looking to do this work together and you're looking for something that is just going to help to give you a little bit more inspiration, we're doing some pretty amazing stuff so far, and I'm so grateful for the beautiful souls who are already in there. So Equilibrium, all this stuff is down below, okay? All right. Final shuffle. How you guys doing? I'm really curious how you guys have been doing shifting from March to April. Let's see, crystals for the collective for Taurus season, please. Is there a crystal that wants to come out for the collective? for this Taurus season healing. Thank you. Whoop, flying away. Nice. I was just talking about sacral chakra. Okay, I'm putting on my glasses because wow, let me start over. I'm going to do a little bit of reading from the books for these things, just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, let me grab this. All right, so your angels, you got Archangel Haniel. This is so Taurian and pleasure-filled. And you also got Archangel Sariel. So a little bit about these two. Let's start with Sariel, since he's number one in the deck. He's technically considered the dark night of the soul angel. And I don't want you to be scared about that. A lot of this is about truth, and it's about coming to your own authentic expression. If you are feeling like you are in kind of the depths or wondering when things are going to feel a little bit lighter, Sariel is here to say, I'm here to guide you through, because what's happening is massive transmutation and transformation. So we've got Sariel there. And let me just see if there's any other words from the book that want to come forward. I'll read you the message. Although you may feel like you have abandoned hope, abandon yourself not. You are being cracked open to reveal your depths. Treasures await you on the other side of this deep initiation. And that's that initiation. Exactly. That's the word that's coming to mind. So, even if that card doesn't resonate with all of you, I do think that it is collectively very important, because we are coming out of some pretty big dark nights of the soul here. Now, Haniel, I was just talking about all this Taurian type of energy. The key words here are passion and poise. The message is the spark of vitality within you is being restored, giving you the courage to express yourself with real grace. Whatever you do, do it from the heart with great passion. She's also known to be considered glory of God or grace of God as definitions. Didn't I just talk about throat chakra expression? So there's a connection here for sure. So are we leading from the head or leading from the heart? And then I just kind of want to go straight to the crystal, because you got carnelian, feed your creativity. This is a sacral chakra stone. So really digging into your creation energy. Or some of you, it's like, oh, I don't need to search. It's like coming out and it's like overwhelming. I know I'm personally in a bit of that. I have tons of creative juices flowing. And sometimes it's just like, being able to get all the stuff out without feeling a fear of, oh, I'm going to forget an idea, or, things like that. This is about balance. So some of you, your sacral chakra might be really unlocking and being cracked wide open to reveal your depths. Some of you, it's about tapping into it just a little bit more. Lastly, we got There Is Only Light from the Secret Language of Light deck. I like to hold these up for a bit so you can screenshot them, because this artwork is gorgeous and there's so much detail in it. And I will be reading the message from this before we go into our healing, okay? Just so you guys know too, if you're new, the Reiki is already moving through this video. It's moving through my words, the way that I set the intention before I even hit record. So know that that's always the case. It doesn't always have to be when I'm moving my hands around, okay? So there is only light. Darkness is just an absence of light. Light is sought after the extraordinary. We seek clarity of light, a lightness of being and light bulb moments. Man, does that speak to creativity or what? Like innovation? And expression. Light bypasses the analytical mind. This is crazy. Head or heart? Light bypasses the analytical mind and takes us straight into loving wisdom. It is time for you to step into your shining light. Be illuminated. Let light in. Today is the day to release any disturbances in your energy. Happiness will come naturally unless you do something to prevent it from happening. How beautiful is that? Release all that is stopping happiness from flowing into your world, and it will appear before you. It seems too easy, but it is truly that simple. Until you realize this, you remain connected to the belief that struggle is a required, perhaps more respected, lesson laden path. We often take on the belief that if we struggle, others will think more of us and we will appreciate things more. When you go against your soul, you move away from your brightness. The darkness is a sign it is time to feel your way back into your heart and soul. Guys, wow. Could this not be more aligned? What this brings into mind is we don't have to live here forever. Like some of you might be, for lack of a better term, a bit addicted to personal growth. I know that sounds like pretty harsh for some of you. Take it as you will. But we might be feeling like, oh, I learned a lot of lessons, but I don't know, there might be something else. The something else might be you surrendering and integrating and letting go. Yeah. So just allow yourself to let this light in, head over heart, get out of the analytical, lower rational mind, and then move into more heart coherence and trusting in the universe. Bottom of the deck for the crystals is overcome your fears, tiger's eye. Yeah. Okay. There's so much more coming in. So let's sit or lie down, do what feels good to you. Take a big breath into your body. We're not working. Okay. So just soften, just be, right? Know that the light is around you. We're just going to be willing to receive whatever comes our way. We're going to take a moment, thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place. Taurus season's going to be pretty beautiful for a lot of us. I mean, I really want to say for everyone, but when I say beauty, this can mean more lightness. It could also mean more transformation. I just feel like this season's really going to support us in reclaiming who we really are. A lot in this message was about just kind of coming back home to the soul, right? And that's been pretty consistent in my last few weeklies, is just remembering who you are. hmm So I think a lot of you just need the loving reminder and validation and confirmation that you have gained a lot of wisdom. You have. Don't be afraid that you've missed something, okay? If that is you, know that you're in good company. That is just, if you identify as like a perfectionist, highly sensitive empath perfectionist, I tend to draw a lot of those in because I am one myself. Um, just trust, just come more into trust of yourself, of the plan. And that's not about you sitting back. That's just about knowing that you've probably done a lot more than you think you have. So there is also work in integration, right? So you may have learned a lot of lessons and then you're like, okay, what's next? Allow yourself to really, journal or meditate or sit into the ideas of what did I learn? And how can I actively apply those pieces of wisdom, those nuggets of wisdom into my behaviors, my daily habits, the way I speak to myself, right? So that might be the work that you can focus on if you're feeling kind of restless in this energy now that we're in forward movement. Passion and poise. Poise is what's coming up there, right? No need to rush. We've already had a lot going on, and there's already going to be a lot happening in the 3D world. There's going to be a lot happening around you. Okay, so just know that that's the thing. That's the stuff. That's what's happening. Mm. Oh, yeah. A lot of us are out of this, but we feel like we're still in it. Maybe it's become familiar. So it's time to surrender. Let that go. Let Sariel guide you through. And then ask Haniel to go, okay, take me on to the next steps, please. Help me to guide this with grace. Meet myself with grace. Meet my journey with grace. Because patience is coming up. I feel like if I pulled tarot, like temperance would be coming up hardcore. All right, let's tap in with your chakras, guys. Surprise, surprise, sacral chakra. It's like really the only thing that's coming up. I think other things are going to talk and unlock, but that's clearly where the universe wants us to start. So we can just focus in right at the lower navel, or you can actually focus on the back end of where your sacrum is all around. We tend to forget our back body for things like this. So just anywhere there that you're feeling sensation or not, you can just lovingly invite the Reiki in. Okay, good. Because now we're starting to move up to solar plexus and throat specifically. That expression is coming through, reclaiming our power. For a lot of you, the sacral chakra is just like really off the charts active, which is wonderful, but it's a little bit like, okay, like you had like a big unlocking. I believe that the collective has had a huge sacral unlocking. Um, and a lot of us are a bit like, what do I do with this? But I think again, I'll be a broken record, and a big theme of it is to not fear missing something. Okay, because your creativity is going to shine through naturally when you allow the light in and you surrender and let yourself go. It's all going to come in naturally. When you lead from the heart, it's going to come in naturally. Okay, trust. Yeah, that's hitting now into kind of low heart, high solar. That's beautiful. Yeah, because I find it interesting that your heart chakra is pretty quiet. And I think that just shows me that we've been leading more from the mind. But some of us, it has been necessary. Like you've been in logistics, like you've had to plan for a lot of things, planning for a baby coming or an event or a new business project, or there's a lot of logistics, and so you've been in that mode, and that's fine. Do what you need to do there, but just notice when you have found yourself kind of getting into like, okay, there's probably something else I need to do, but you could actually just take even a 10-minute break. I just noticed, like, did you notice I really needed to like open up my heart center there for a second? Even something just as simple as placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and just taking 1 minute of breathing and just saying, I'm tapping into my body and I'm coming back to myself. Just simple things like that can be really beneficial. I just saw 2424. Maybe the number 6 means something to you guys too. I don't know. Feel some abundance in that. That's nice. All right. Sacral chakra. Anything else to tell us? Yeah, just kind of like a massive collective unlocking of the sacral. It's pretty beautiful, you guys. So don't have any FOMO about it, okay? Let's see, is anything else talking now? Yeah, because that throat chakra is definitely awake now. Yeah, guys, I think a big part of this is just kind of coming out of, this darkness. Um, you were in there for a long time. And so I think it feels familiar. It's time to look at life in a different way. And that doesn't mean, if you still have things to work through, pay attention to them. Absolutely. But the energy is supporting you right now. And in this Taurus season, you are being supported to move forward in integration and application and to just trust and to find happiness. Happiness is natural, as the card said. It's just about coming home to that frequency. I've been thinking a lot about frequency in general and the whole oversaturation of like positive vibes and just get a higher frequency, get a higher frequency. And it's putting spirituality into a box, in my opinion. It is putting things into possible toxic positivity when we do need to work through some lessons. And also, if we really need to think, instead of I need to raise my frequency, I believe that we need to think I need to come back to my home frequency, coming back to the home of where my soul truly is. Because if we just keep thinking up, 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 what you're doing is purposefully trying to like amp up, crank up, jack up your frequency. And that's not always great for your nervous system, you guys. We have to really check in and ask, what do I need, rather than where should I be? Does that, I hope that makes sense. So rather than just thinking I need to go up, so linear, right? We shouldn't be thinking 3D when it comes to frequency, in my opinion, because it is so fluid. Frequency is a wave, right? So try not to think of I need to go up, think I need to come home. So when you're in your home frequency, what does that feel like? Well, it should feel calm, it should feel clear, it should feel strong. It's not reactive. It's the kind of frequency we want to feel where when triggers are around us, we can go, okay, I see that trigger, but I'm not going to totally crumble because of it. That's our home frequency. Maybe a journal prompt for you guys. Write down, how do you feel when you're in your home frequency? Because it really is about coming back to that. Yeah. Nice, guys. You're really collaborating with me this time around. I love it. Okay. Yeah, lots of messages, but that's really the nitty-gritty of it. Um, the heart is starting to open now, the throat is starting to open now. You've got this, guys. You've got this. It's just about like allowing the past to be in the past, to not forget about it, but it's time to move forward, right? It's time to move forward. So I love this. Let's take a breath together. I'm going to focus in on that orange of the sacral chakra, and we're going to bring that orange down into our body and just feel where it fills us up. Okay, we're not working too hard here, so relax. Let's exhale and get all the air out. Slow inhale in through your nose. Hold it at the top and feel that orange come down through your crown. It's penetrating through the crown, coming down into your body. And just notice, be curious. Where is it filling you up? What sensations is it bringing for you? Is it vibrating? Is it pulsing? Is it a certain temperature? Try to squeeze into it just a bit more and just lovingly invite it in, and invite in your creative harmony, where we're finding balance in our creativity. Okay, let's exhale, push out what doesn't serve you. Gorgeous, guys. Coming back to your home frequency so that you can move forward. That is what Taurus season is going to be about. What feels good in your home frequency? It's all connecting now. Taurus, creature comforts, living in love, living in your heart, feeling tactile pleasures, not escaping, not distracting from your responsibilities, but leaning into how can I bring goodness and the pleasurable feelings into the alignment of what I do with my work, for example, or in my relationships, so that we just feel it always. That's what this is about. That is within your home frequency. So this is about cultivating your home frequency and remembering what it is. It's not creating it, because you always have it. You have always had it. Yeah. So yeah, this is beautiful. Let's lock your energy up nice and tight into your solar plexus chakra, guys. We're never putting on armor. We're never guarding. We're saying what's mine is mine, and what does not serve me, kindly stay out. Remember, you can come back to this all throughout Taurus season if you need to, if you need a reminder, okay? Wow, this is gorgeous. I am so excited, just generally speaking, for the collective and where we're going. I think it's really, really beautiful time. And remember, as always, you are not alone. So I hope you found this healing supportive. Please do like the video if you haven't yet. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will, and join this amazing community of beautiful souls. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how this is resonating. Maybe send some love to everyone else in the comments. I always love when you guys do that. And I hope you'll share with someone who you also think it would support. Again, all the free offerings and the community offerings, or even deep one-on-one dive deep work with me, is all down below. So check out the links, explore my website if you like, and ask me any questions either through the comments or shoot me an email. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I hope you have such a beautiful, beautiful season of Taurus, and I will see you next time.